Hello there, I'm Bob West, and this is another discussion on As We RV. Hello there, I'm Robert West, and this is As We RV on YouTube West. I wanted to talk today about why I go camping, why I caved and bought a trailer. And as we're talking here, I'm going to show you how I got to this point. So, we used to camp all the time. We had a Dakota pickup with a shell on it. We pack it with our tent. It was a 3-person tent. So anyway, we'd pack our tent, and pack all our stuff in the back of the truck, and life was good, right? Because we were sitting there, and we said, oh, this is great, man. All we have to do is just drive this truck around. And then we would go on these little 3-4 day trips. Okay, cool. So then one time we said, oh, let's go to Navajo country. So we live in California. Navajo country is 2 days drive. So we said, okay, great. So on the way to Navajo country, we're tired, and we're driving, and we go, where are we going to sleep? So we had this little carpet in the back of the truck, right? We'll sleep in the back of the truck at a truck stop. No, you won't. No, we got up around 2 o'clock in the morning and said, screw it, let's keep going. So we drove, and we got to Lake Powell, Arizona, which was our first stop. And we get to Lake Powell. We had a hotel there, so we pull everything out of the truck, and we go, okay, cool. That was our day in our hotel, and we played golf the next day, so we brought our golf clubs with us, and, we were just enjoying it. We said, let's drive over to Monument Valley. So we took the whole day, drove over to Monument Valley, leaving everything in the hotel. That was great. It was wonderful, So then we got done in Lake Powell, and we said, okay, let's drive to Grand Canyon. We drove to Grand Canyon. We unpacked. We set up our tents. We were like, okay, this isn't so bad. We stayed there for a couple of days, and then we drove back home to California over 2 days. Okay, not so bad. So we're like, yeah, this is cool. So then we decided to take a 10-day trip up to Oregon in the summertime. Do you know what it means to go to Oregon in the summertime on the coast? It means rain. So it was about 7 days of rain, 7 days of setting up a wet tent, 7 days of sleeping in a wet sleeping bag, 7 days of having wet clothes, 7 days of having soggy food, 7 days of trying to start fires so that I could have bacon and eggs, and she could have coffee in the morning, and I could have hot tea. And on the way back from Oregon, we stopped at our first trailer place. That was it. I was done. 3 years of camping in tents. We even bought a new tent on that trip, 5-person tent. We still have it. We had to buy a new stove because our other one got wiped out. I still have that stove. I keep it in this trailer. So I was like, oh my God, I'm never doing this again. And so we bought this egg trailer, the El Macho. And I have a video on that, which I'm going to add to As We RV on the rebuilding of the El Macho. And it was a classic egg trailer, and it was really nice. I worked really hard on it, made it very nice inside. It had a bed that dropped down from the dinette, so you had to set that up, pain in the ass, but okay. Little 13-foot trailer, you could tow it behind a Volkswagen, right? It was very cool. The problem in the El Macho is everybody was knocking on the door. Oh, can we see your egg trailer? Oh, can we see your egg trailer? How big is it? Do you have a toilet in it? Do you have a bathroom in it? No, I don't. No, but you could. You could have a porta-head in it. No. And so we said, ugh, people are banging on the door all the time. Not going to do this. So I said, let's get a new trailer. So naturally, what are you going to do? Bigger is better, right? So we didn't want to get too big. We didn't want to go up to 20 feet, 24 feet, 27, get a fifth wheel. Nope. Wanted to tow it behind the truck, so we were limited on weight and size. You never tow anything over 3/4 of the weight rating on your vehicle. That is very important because it makes your vehicle last longer. So we're like, okay. So we got a 16-foot Coleman, a couple of bunks in the back, and a dinette up front that was really big that you could put 7 people there and you could rack out and sleep. That part was good. The part where the sleeping on the MDF table wasn't so good, which broke the very first night we had the trailer. So then we rebuilt it, buffed it up. I went underneath, I put new supports in, all the seats. I built a new table for it because all they wanted to do was replace the old one. The bunks weren't that great because you hit your head on the top bunk all the time. And we're like, okay, even though we had a place to put our bags on the top bunk. And we took this thing for a 12-day trip to Yellowstone. And on As We RV, there's episode on that you'll be able to see fairly soon about our trip to Yellowstone. So anyway, we took the trailer to Yellowstone. It was great. It was wonderful. Towed really well. We got extraordinary gas mileage, 12 and a half, 14 miles a gallon some places. Went through the hills. We stayed in Fort Churchill. We stayed at Wendover, at the Air Museum at Wendover. It was awesome. Went into Utah, stayed in Lava Hot Springs, Idaho, which was just gorgeous if you've ever been there. And then we drove through Jackson Hole. We got to Yellowstone, and it was October, and it started to rain. Rain. The lightning, storms, bears, everything else. It was horrible. It was nasty. The first thing we did when we got there, because the weather was good, is we drove immediately into the park, even though we were tired. And that afternoon went and saw Old Faithful, got that out of the way, a couple other things, and then the rain hit around 4 o'clock that afternoon, and for a day it rained. And we were literally stuck in our trailer in Yellowstone. And we didn't care. 16-foot trailer. Well, we didn't care at first, but because we were kind of stuck in our trailer with nothing else to do, it forced us to wake up, set up the table so she could play cards or whatever, eat, right? And then the table would be up all day, and you couldn't sleep anywhere, even though it was this beautiful, rainy, kind of sleepy day, because the bunks were uncomfortable. They were thin mattress, there were the overhead, you're banging your head, you couldn't read, you couldn't get comfortable on them. We're two adults. Why did we buy a bunk trailer? I don't know. So I get back from Yellowstone. We took it on a couple more trips, and I looked at my wife and I said, I hate this trailer. And we bought it brand spanking new. And she goes, what do you want to do, sell it? I said, absolutely. So we cleaned it up as best we could. We staged it. We had the new table on it. And a guy came in and gave me the exact amount I paid for it. So I said, cool. Yeah, I had insurance, fuel, and I got use out of it. But the truth was, I was even. So then we bought a trailer. It was 7 years older. So we got this trailer. It's like a lot older than the trailer we're in. And she looks at me and she goes, well, you sure about this? And I said, absolutely. I said, we got a table, we got a couch, we got a bed. If it ever rains on us again, we have room to spread out. We don't have to set up a table. And that's how we got to the Hideout. So we went from camping to the El Macho to the Coleman to the Hideout. And even now that we got the dog, I really want a 24-foot trailer. I really do. And we even talked about retiring and getting a fifth wheel and going and see the country. And if we do, you'll probably get to see some of that. But the point of the story is that this is how you morph, and this is how you learn to what you keep and what to look for, is by watching what other people have done and talking to other people when you're out there camping on why they bought trailers instead of doing the tent camping or not hiking anymore. I'm 56 years old. I'm not going to hike for 20 miles with a pack on my back and set up a tent. That's just not going to happen. I want to wake up somewhere in the morning. Sometimes I'm plugged in, sometimes I'm boondocking. I want to be able to take my 3 or 4 pills the doctor wants me to take. I want to be able to have my oatmeal or my eggs or my bacon or my breakfast steak or waffles. We have a waffle maker, it's about this big. And enjoy the day, and then leave this trailer and go and explore the universe beyond what you see in the back of my garage here. Now, let's talk about that for a moment, because when you go to hotels and you drive your little car and you get 20 miles to the gallon, that's great. Gasoline is cheap. Hotels are expensive. So when you get to the hotel at 3:30 in the afternoon, you check in and you're going, okay, cool, we can go for a swim. Hey, that's great. That's great, go for a swim. So then you got to go to dinner. Well, what do you got to do? Got to get dressed, cleaned up, go to dinner, right? Got to stand in line, got to get reservations, got to decide where you're going to eat. You're going to decide what you're going to eat. Dinner's going to cost you $35, $40. Well, now you go back to your hotel room, you fool around, you do whatever it is that you happen to do, and you wake up in the middle of the night and you go, man, I want some ice cream. Well, that's downstairs. Or I want a Coca-Cola. Well, that's downstairs. Or it's $5 in the Robo Bar. Or, and then you wake up the next day and you go, okay, we got to check out by 11, but we got to go eat. So we got to get up at 7, so we can go eat by 7:30, so we can get back by 9, so we can repack by 10:30 and check out at 11. So you know what you don't do in a trailer? Worry. You just don't. You drive down the road with this trailer, and you pull over, and you get inside, and you make a sandwich, and you have a Coke or a cup of tea, whatever it is, and you sit to eat at the table, and you get back on the road. You don't wait in line anywhere. You do your shopping trip, and you're done. You're done. You get to some place, and it's 5 or 6 o'clock. You don't worry if the restaurant's open. You don't care if their little store's open or not. You know why? You've got firewood in your truck. You've got a way to light it. You've got steaks in the freezer. You're ready to roll. All you have to do is plan ahead a little bit. You wake up at 9 in the morning, you eat a little bit, and you go, man, checkout's at noon. Okay, 1 o'clock. Cool. Maybe I'm not checking out for 2 or 3 days. All right, cool. I don't worry about who slept in the bed before me. I did. I don't worry about who ate at this table before me. I did. I don't worry about what's been on that couch. I was. I don't worry about what's in the fridge. I know what's in the fridge. I bought the kombucha tea, the macaroni salad, the fresh cut vegetables. By the way, trick to camping, buy cut vegetables. Don't spend time cooking that you can spend time outdoors. Right? Simple. These are the things that led me to buy a trailer. And every trip we've taken, every New Year's, we usually take a trip. We've skipped 1 year to go to a cabin. I'll never do that again. We've always taken this trailer. And the nice thing is while everybody else is partying and figure out where their hotel is and paying $300 or $400 a night, I'm paying $30 a night on New Year's on the coast to go to San Francisco, or to go to Monterey, or to go to Hearst Castle, or to go to San Diego, or go up into the mountains. I'm paying $30 a night. That's right, $30 a night, not $130, $30. So I don't mind dragging that trailer around behind me and getting a little less gas mileage, because I know where I'm going to sleep. I know where my clothes are. I don't have to repack anything. It's all right here. It's in my trailer. For As We RV, I'm Bob West. Thank you very much.